Lead.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we're live. It's one of those days, Mars in retrograde or something. I don't even know astrology, but it sounds like.
We have got to start with a better segue in. Well, hi everybody, and welcome to Lunch and Life with myself, Robin Joy, and my co-host Sharon Holland Gelfin. It's Thursday, isn't it, Sharon?
Yes. I know. It's Groundhog's Day. I have no idea. It's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, whatever.
It's another week. And we are going to unpack lunch with you today. And it is February 18th. And I do know that because my calendar is right in front of me. So I know the date is the 18th. I hope you're all having a great day. We are having a very snowy, actually icy type of day. And Sharon and I were just talking about that something's in retrograde, and I don't know what kind of week you're all having, but we're having obviously Groundhog's Day all over again.
We're just trying to figure it out.
Yes, we are. But we're having
Go ahead.
We're having a good time laughing with each other and at each other.
And we are going to we're going to continue the conversation about heart health and how it affects our soul, emotionally, physically. And as you all know, this is like anything that has to do with the brain, body, gut connection. This is what we're about. So we're very excited to share this with you. I did want to say before we get started with that, because I just had a segment on the List TV, and we were talking about gut tests. And so it's just so interesting because there's so much out there. And next month, Robin doesn't even know this yet, but we are going to go into, well, actually, we had talked about this, of going into like spring cleaning, detoxing, emotionally, physically, everything. So stay tuned as a little teaser for March of when we're going to start talking about some of these testing and detoxing both our brain and our body. But let's bring it back to today and heart health.
Well, and just to interrupt you, which I get to do when I want to, but Sharon, you were on the list with an incredible segment. So kudos to you and congratulations. And you should put your segment in the notes afterwards, because it was all about testing and your expertise on the gut, and it was amazing. So
thank you. I appreciate it. So last week we were sharing with you some recipes. No, that was 2 weeks ago, or was that last? I don't even.
It was both. It was last week. We did a Valentine. Oh my God! So last week we cooked about Valentine's dinner, heart healthy and delicious, and we did our pistachio crusted salmon and asparagus and our dark chocolate dipped strawberries. And the week before we did Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl already 2 weeks ago.
Right. So, you know, what's funny about the chocolate covered strawberries? So I really had never made them before. It was the first time I made them. So I was saving them for my Valentine's dinner with my boyfriend for the weekend. And he walks into the apartment with a box. And I open up the box, and what's in it? Chocolate covered strawberries. Like we've never done that. We've never, like, one year I have them or he gets them. Neither one. We didn't talk about it. Nothing. Same year, same day. Let's both have chocolate covered strawberries as a gift for each other.
No problem. Well, as you know, my daughter's living with us, and so my husband, ex-husband, boyfriend, whatever we're calling him, my husband, made them, and I think we got down to one on Valentine's left, so they split it.
Oh, that's so funny.
They ate it through the rest of the week, so.
I was like, hands off until Valentine's Day.
I said, go for it.
Yeah. But, it's, we like to laugh a lot, which is great, because part of Heart Health Month, which really is every day of every month of the whole year, is so important to consider and to remember that laughter is such an important component of being healthy.
It totally is. And something, I think people forget to laugh. And I was like that. I think I didn't realize how much I enjoyed laughing, and how much it not only brings in levity, but it it's important. It changes your mood. It's just as important. We talk about like changing your mindset and how to reset. Well, laughing is one of those things. If you find a joke, do something to laugh. It doesn't matter what that is, but do something to laugh with a friend, with a partner, with your dog. Actually makes me think, because today, during this ice storm, we put on what was supposed to be an extra large rain jacket for the dog. And our dog is a Bernedoodle, big black, large, 85-pound Bernedoodle. And supposedly this jacket is extra large. Well, it's like it looks like an extra small. I don't know what extra large dog fits in this thing, but it did have a pom-pom on her. She didn't appreciate the laughter at her. She actually has quite the personality and looked at us with these beady eyes, like not funny at all. But
that is so funny.
Yeah.
So we used to take the dog outside and take snowballs and throw them and say, go get the snowball. And it's snow, right? It's white. The dog has like no idea what he's looking for. And he's like sticking his nose and trying to find this, whatever it is, and coming up empty-handed and looking around and running back to us. And we throw another snowball. And it's just and you laugh. And it's so important because it releases endorphins. And, we grow up and we're like, okay, we have to be the serious adults now. So we forget that we need to keep that youthful side of us. And laughter just releases so many of the stressors in our body, and it helps to reduce cortisol, which is, your major stress hormone.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it's just like whatever is anything that makes you laugh, or playing charades. I mean, making a fool out of yourself in front of people, in front of your friends,
Mm-hmm.
watching funny movies and funny shows. It's so important, because not even for heart health. We had spoken back in the fall for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and one of my friends had gone through a second round of third actually, of a diagnosis. It kept recurring, but she beat it every time she beat it. And I said, what is it that you think that you're doing? And she goes, we make sure we laugh every single day.
That's awesome.
And it's important for heart health also, for this month, and to just remember that any little bit, anything.
Any little bit. Yeah, any little bit. And, I always like to say, you can only control what you can control. And sometimes that's very little, right? I mean, it truly is. So you can't stress over everything, and you just have to find a way to just be lighter and easier on things, and just take things with a grain of salt and say, it will work out, because I don't have the control. And especially these days where we really don't have a lot of control. If COVID has taught us one thing, it's like we don't have a lot of control over things. So, even, for example, my oldest lives in Austin, Texas, and they just got power back today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Texas is so not built for cold weather. No power, they're boiling water. He actually, I guess, went to live with a friend of a friend for a couple of days, because it was like 9 degrees at the apartment building. These new apartment buildings are all electric, everything. So nothing is working. But what do? I mean, you have to survive. So you just go with the flow, and you can't really stress on things. So you learn to live with it.
Right.
You celebrate when you get power back and realize, oh, that was really a lovely thing that happened today.
Yeah. And, certainly with the stress, it increases your blood pressure. And, with that, and as I mentioned earlier, with releasing cortisol, that then imbalances your blood sugar, right? So it becomes almost like this trifecta of your cholesterol can start going up, your blood sugar starts going up, the blood pressure starts going up, and then you just spiral out of control. So it's like, okay, where can I stop?
Yeah. And pause.
Breathe. And what can I do? What can I control? Exactly. It's like, I can't control everything. So what can I do? What baby step can I take today?
Mm-hmm.
to focus on my health as I'm in this hurricane or this tornado, like just like not being able to see the clearing yet. We're getting
Right.
there, but not yet.
Right. So again, it comes back to what we always talk about, right? It's you might know what that big picture that you want or you desire, but you still have to get to the baby steps, right? It's you learn to walk before you run, and it doesn't matter where you're at in life. When there's something new going on, it's something new. So you have to be kind and gentle to yourself and realize that you don't want your body always in that state of alert and panic, because it does wreak havoc on the body.
Yeah, absolutely. So things that you could just even start with today is just like Robin was saying, pause. And I was saying, breathe, going back to what's my intention for the day.
Mhm.
It's the same simple steps. And the beauty of, and part of why we love our show every week is that reminder and the awareness of the little things that show up. They're the same, but they show up differently.
Mhm.
So being able to come back to, okay, what should I pay attention to today? What's going to feed my soul? Because if I can feed my soul, what can I pay attention to? What am I feeling intuitively? What can I focus on? That will then help to heal your body, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything, so that you can then keep stepping forward into
Right.
what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. And sometimes you have to think of that one thing. And there's a great book. I don't know if we ever mentioned it before. The One Thing. Have we ever mentioned that before?
I don't know, but that's a good one to mention for sure.
Yeah. Who's the author?
Mine's over on the bookcase, so I don't.
Bear with me.
I can't reach it right now unless I walk with you.
Don't move.
I'm not moving.
Give me a moment. And
Keller, isn't the last name Keller?
The
Right?
book is called The One Thing.
By Keller, somebody Keller.
Somebody Keller. Just go with that, and I'll tell you if it's different. I'm trying to find my Audible account.
Yeah, well,
We'll let you know if we're wrong. Go with Keller and The One Thing.
yes.
But it's about picking that one thing, right? So again, it goes back to kind of the baby steps. It just goes back to making things doable.
Absolutely. Gary Keller.
See, good job.
There you go.
Sharon, you're so much smarter than I.
Thank you, smartphone, right? So I think that, we have one more week left of this month, which I can't believe how quickly it's going by. And, in thinking about heart health and just self-care and the love for self, people, well, actually, let me back up a little bit when I was going to say people. When I did a program for my clients last summer, I was talking about loving your liver and how sometimes it's just literally taking your arms and really just like wrapping it around yourself and like closing your eyes and giving yourself a hug.
Okay.
And just breathing through that and feeling like the love and the light coming down through your skull, through your body, your arms, that's hugging you and just reminding you of how special you are.
Oh, I like that.
And doing that with the heart is just, you're able to, when you do it, when you breathe through it, it's like just imagining this white light that's coming in and down and around your heart, giving it energy
Nice.
that it needs to keep you fueled through the day. And so when I did this with the liver last summer, one of my clients said, "Can I drink alcohol and love my liver at the same time?" It's like everything in moderation, and that's defined by your lifestyle.
Exactly.
Right. So it's the same thing with heart health, but doing things to just remind yourself to love yourself, to light a candle, to hug yourself, to look in the mirror and refresh your memory of what is so good in your life.
Yeah.
And be thankful. The gratitude.
The gratitude is huge. And the gratitude is so important, especially when you feel things are tough, especially when you're having a tough day. Gratitude will take you far. I think gratitude helps you get through that, because remember, there's always something to be thankful for.
Always, no matter what.
Yeah,
And even if you can only start with a few, like 1, 2, 3 things, great. You'll be
exactly.
surprised at how quickly you can build on how many things you can be so thankful for. It's all in the simple things of life.
Definitely.
Wow. I think we've unwrapped.
I think we unpacked lunch pretty well on that one.
Yeah. You unpacked, I unwrapped. On that note.
On that note. And next week we're going to talk, we're going to finish up with the power of like self-esteem and just self. So, we're ready for spring cleaning.
Yes, absolutely. Because when you can really build that self-confidence and the self-esteem in you, that also brings so much love to your heart. So stay tuned. We'll see you next week. Thanks for being here with us today.
Have a great week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.